mess that I don't think our grandparents or anyone ever had to deal with. Like you said, if you didn't go home by a certain time, that lady's gonna call, and you need to get your butt home.
And your mama to get mad
because the lady down the street said something, and now it's no respect.
But see, back then, you know, they could discipline each other's kids.
Exactly.
Now it's a problem.
It's a problem.
You say something to somebody's child.
And I think people are afraid to step up and get involved in stuff that they see that's going on that's wrong. You know, just like a lot of times, you know, I take the subway, or take the train, and you see someone like an older person sitting, you know, standing up, and if I see a man, I'm gonna say that is a mess. Yeah. That is a mess that you're sitting there. I'm gonna say something. Girl, and they can say whatever they want. They can feel any kind of way. That is so disrespectful for this woman to be standing up here, and all you men who are young, going to the medical center, about to get off at the next stop, are still sitting down when you see this old lady standing up. Here, man, you can have my seat.
You're right. You're completely right.
It's a different generation.
Exactly. And just a community. We went out about a couple of months ago, and we were trying. It was hard finding a seat. And I remember my older sister was sitting down, and she sat down in the seat. And this gentleman came by, because I guess it's their seat. They're in VIP, and I guess that was the seat of the VIP. Well, she just sitting on the corner, and then, you know, he had nurse stop and kind of asked her to stand up, get up. He told her that was his seat.
Oh,
and
no.
So yes,
and I never did that,
and we never with the we never back that. But he had nerves to be like, well, this is VIP, and this is kind of my seat with regard to what he was saying.
But we still have.
So, it was a African American man. But it's just, I was like, we were just done. From that point we walked out. We got close to we were just done. And we got up like that
and get past the crab and the bucket mentality, not reaching back, and then I'm so scared you're gonna take something from me that I'm just gonna pull you from, you know, where you are.
Yeah, but let it go on. So I threw it out there. On and all. Just wet the, get a little extra taste. But anyway, moving on to gun control. What do you all think about, you know, gun control and all of that?
I want my gun, and I don't want no one to tell me that I can't have it. However, a semi-automatic handgun is not needed in just a regular person's hand.
Yeah. What they're doing now is they're trying to push it. What I was thinking, because you know, Obama they have to dig a little more into. I know nobody wants to get intrusive and get people's, you know, business or their background, but those people who, if mental illness is the medical records might come up more. You're gonna have to dig a little more, because they were saying on the news that they want people who miss any history. You went to the doctor any type of thing with mental illness. They want you to sort of make sure that it was a list of, I think, 10 items that Obama.
Okay, so what's considered mental illness? Has anyone had a spurt of depression?
I'm not really sure what the way.
I'm just saying. How are you gonna? Everyone, as far as what you know.
But I agree.
Research is everyone has a point of depression. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry if you didn't. Yeah.
I don't think I want a gun. I think I should have a right to my gun, but I do not think that there needs to be semi-automatic weapons available to anyone for any reason. You're not killing an animal with it, because if you're going out and hunting with a semi-automatic handgun or a rifle, you're not bringing anything back. And so what are you doing with it?
Because he just made a time. The law, he just started.
Yeah.
But the problem is he was just allow certain people maybe to have the semi-automatic.
I don't think they need to have
the problem, but you know, the military or the
that, yes, but not
they're
Looney
Tunes too. They'll go off too. So if you're saying somebody would have, how
I'm talking about it's being available for you to go to Academy and purchase it.
Yeah.
For a normal person, right now it's okay for you and me to go to Academy and buy a semi-automatic handgun.
You know, that's too much. You know,
that's all I'm saying.
A person like us, we would need. I mean,
what do you need it for?
An AK-7. What do I need having access to that type of gun?
That's all I'm saying. There's no real need unless you're trying to form or cause injury to something. For the normal person that's trying to protect their home,
but I thought semi-automatic. Maybe you should take the whole. You know, maybe
no. I'm just talking about for the average mojo.
Yeah, you know, certain people they may have, like the certain law they may have to.
Right.
But the problem with that is I do applaud Obama, because I think there does need to be some type of regulations, you know, set in place for this to get out of hand. But my thing is this too, you can't regulate foods.
No, you can't.
It's gonna be hard. So it's gonna be you can't regulate a food. So you can even allow military. So it's
all crazy too.
And that's crazy too. You can't regulate food. So I just think we're just gonna have to bring prayer back to school everywhere. And we're just gonna have to, like you're saying, we're gonna have to. I think we do have a certain degree of background checks like he put in place, and also regulating what kind of guns you are allowed to have access to. Because we don't need to be going no school. I don't want to have no. What am I gonna do with an Uzi? What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's
a gun is a gun.
Who does that? And
so you don't like guns.
And I don't have
That's
fair.
fair.
So are they saying that they're one? Because I didn't know that it was just maybe just target one.
He was trying to. I understood it. The law was passed that if it had more than 7 mags in it, then
I don't know about guns at all. So when you're saying
okay, so semi-automatic handgun is it does multiple shots at one time. He's trying to limit it so that it only eliminates 7 bullets at once, and that's it. You have to get another mag, and that's what he's recommending. So what do you need 30? What do you need a 30 mag gun for? Like what does the normal person need that for?
Well, do you think maybe they should just do like certain things?
I think that's all I'm saying. I want my gun.
So you feel safe and secure with your gun?
Yes. I think everyone should be educated and know how to do it. As women, we need to be able to protect ourselves at all times. And if someone comes in my house, he better be ready. Because if I have my gun, I'm shooting him.
I'm afraid to do it. I think now, you know, one was shot.
There's a danger right here.
I don't like.
You ain't leaving out that bitch.
Because
I have a 4-year-old, so I would be really afraid to have a gun.
But I do see the need of, because me and my friend, we had a discussion about that. She's like, well, I said I had a knife. I sleep with a knife in my bed. She said, what you gonna do with a knife come up? And she has a gun. You need to get a gun. So what you gonna do? You gonna grab the gun, the knife, and kind of stay here? What you gonna do?
And you don't say the same thing, because just like you say, you have a child in the house. If you have a gun, you're gonna keep your gun locked. You know, you're gonna be educated about how to use a gun. That's all I feel like as women that we need to do. Be educated. You know, if you're gonna have a gun, go to the shooting range, take the class, learn how to clean it and use it, and do all of the things like that. And I understand how you feel being insecure, being uncomfortable with having a gun. So how many children have been killed with their parents' gun or their friend's gun or taking the gun to school, stuff like that, because the parent isn't being responsible. They're not putting it up. They're not. Yeah. So that goes back to the education process as well.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think it's just a good it's a hot button topic in our saying, and
how she feels, and then when you have people, loved ones that get killed and things like that, people who lose.
Well, I don't have no more wine. My plate. Okay, well it's time for the ladies' hot mess dish. Hot mess dish. The hot mess dish. Culprit number 1. Need I say more?
We can't see them.
You already know.
Oh no. Excuse me.
What was going on with this? I think he was going for it. Was Silky Soul on Silky Glow on Come to America. Let your soul glow. I think he was just trying to go for that look.
He's a comedian. It was so for fun. It was just
entertainment. That was cute.
Okay, next. Okay, we done.
Yeah.
Next one, I couldn't. It was just too vulgar. I couldn't get a picture for it. But we're gonna say with the Kenya Moore from Miss Real Housewives reality TV show, Coochie Crack. The term Coochie Crack.
It was Coochie Crack.
The term Coochie Crack. It's a hot mess term. Anybody want to go into where this came about, or why this came about, or what?
She was
for those who don't watch Real Housewives, they may not know what happened when this sort of came about.
They were doing a casting. I think it called for models. A model was called at Cynthia's Bailey. One of the first episodes. Cynthia Bailey's her show
for her magazine.
For her Jet magazine, and she was doing. They were looking for models. Well, the models were coming, and she asked Cynthia to build a panel. I think the guy from 112, Q guy, Q. He was his judge. Yeah, it was her, the Jet representative, Cynthia, and Kia. Well, I think she wanted Kia to be on there, Cynthia did, because of what her experiences is for judging and things of that nature. Well, some of the contestants kind of had some, I guess, what were lots of words to say, inappropriate items they were wearing, clothing they were wearing.
Inappropriate things hanging out.
One had a bikini on and the coochie. Like the coochie was kind of
vagina,
vagina area.
Coochie, I see.
The VJ,
all of it.
Yes, the coochie crack was kind of seeping.
I didn't know. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was thinking.
It was seeping.
She came up with because you had the booty crack,
And
that's what I'm saying. The coochie crack is further down. Was it that low that you could see the coochie crack?
It was low. It was low.
I mean, usually it's a piece of skin, you know, till you get to the coochie crack. I mean, was it all past that whole point? No.
So Kenya kind of expounded to it. She's like, I don't want to see your coochie crack on this stage. You know, you are the model, sir. And basically, she let the town let them know. You know, because that was peeking out. You know.
But Cynthia is, I love her.
Classy Cynthia.
Savvy. It's like, it's just the way that you go about it. It's the way that you handle these young women.
Yeah.
Yes, they may be inappropriate.
She's going in.
But you could have pulled her to the side and said, guess what? Especially as a black woman who's been in the business, you can never put that on. Why you're not supposed to do that? What kind of thing that it reflects is you coming into a place trying to get a professional gig. You can never, but don't do that.
So but these are women off the street, so they had no idea.
Yes, that's what she was saying. Look at Jet Magazine. Now, Jet Magazine has had some very vulgar looking models.
So that's why she should not have turned coochie crack in front of me. It's a hot mess dish because she should have pulled them to the side and spoke to them. And you sort of said, "Sister girl."
As a mentor, as a woman in the business.
And being an older woman, she probably should have known that, but she don't. Well, and she did kind of come later on there, and we let her understand everything correctly, but she kind of, Cynthia put her aside and was talking to her about that.
And she admitted doing it herself.
She did, and she said, exactly, but someone pulled her aside, like you said, and told her that this, you can't do that. And so I just think King is just, her timing is right. I think I think it's the way she says it. Just the way she says it. She just has to work with certain things.
You don't think she's not that bad?
With the man issue, first I liked Kenya.
I did too.
When she got on the show, I'm like, I think maybe she's playing up a little bit more to the mental illness because, you know, my mom or whatever, I think she's playing up to that more because she, you know, folks feel sorry for her and everything, whatever, but she ain't that bitch. Oh, she's not that crazy. Excuse me. Can we cuss her? I've been cussing over. Yeah, you actually wants to that one real. I don't think she that cuckoo, really tell you the truth. But I don't really think the man issue, that's, no. Walter, oh my gosh, give it a rest. But I really don't think it's sort of funny.
She's a beautiful woman, but I think she's just overdoing it for the show.
It is over the top, but you know, it's just.
She feels like her clock is ticking, so
she
needs to
hurry. I don't like I'm about to be 35. She's the one.
Demetria, there's no one that's
At times, I don't really care. I mean, really, to tell you the truth, I think to me, Portia is more normal.
I like Portia.
I don't like Portia. I think she's just more, she's young and it's like a blonde to me. She's like trying to be a black blonde. I don't like that. And so for me, I really don't care as much for her as Kenya, come on. And she can be annoying. She can. But it's hard to actually like her. It's hard to some things I just actually like about her. I have to say that word. It's hard. Coochie crack and twirl. Did y'all see the video? And twirl. And twirl. And twirl.
But see, I liked her at first, but when she started messing with other people's men, that's a problem. If it was my man, I think
that's what we're talking about tonight. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to go with her. Okay, well anyway, the last hot mess dish. This is a big one right here. Y'all ready? Y'all can do some whatever. Hot mess. Bam. Mr. Teo Mayo. Mr. Teo. Mr. Teo.
Tamayo Mayo. What's his name again? Tayo Mayo.
Girl, I don't know. And you know, we've been a while. He is fine. He has a cutie pie. But you know,
these are all out of order.
Okay, what happened with that? Who wants to go into it? It's just online, the catfish thing. They had making an imaginary girlfriend up with the own. He was a Heisman Trophy candidate, pretty much. And I think he did this to help his story, to help him. He still didn't get Johnny Football. And Johnny Football, I think he had one.
Okay, I don't know much about him. How old is he?
This young man here? I'm not sure how old he is, but I think we should go from what was allegedly said and then why we don't think that is true. Because allegedly what was being said was that during the time that the Heisman candidates were being kicked, he stated that his girlfriend died, okay? From cancer the same day that his grandmother died. This was the Notre Dame and was it Michigan game? Okay. Now, supposedly he got some type of empathy or, you know, everyone. I'm trying to understand why is any of our business anyway. That's just my first thing.
I felt bad. You see the interview? I felt bad when they interviewed him.
Because he was saying that he had a girlfriend that he had been dating. Internet dating. I guess he never met this woman. He just talked to her on the phone. He just talked to her on the phone and they conversated on a daily basis. But he never really met her.
Really?
Yes, and she died. So that was his girlfriend. This is what she's saying. This is what he's saying. She had leukemia and she succumbed to leukemia and she died. The same day that his grandmother died, the same day that they were playing Notre Dame in Michigan, and everyone was like, well, this is awesome that this young man is playing in the football game. You know, considering the situation that he just lost his girlfriend and his grandmother, that, you know, he's able to go out there on the field and play. But to come find out, they're saying he got catfished. The term is that there was somebody who was acting like the girl online, acting like she was, you know, interested in him, and there really was nobody. So
nobody died.
Nobody died. Nothing, you know. But I don't understand what the big hoopla is about. Is it because did he get some money? Did they start a trust fund for the young lady?
Maybe it was stuff behind that. I think it maybe was more too. I think because I remember I saw the interview and I think it was a little bit more. It was like I felt bad for him. I think he played on something. I think he may have gotten, he may have received some of that.
That's what I'm saying. He got money.
I don't know for sure, but I think it was, and I think he maybe thought it was gonna help us bid for the Heisman. But all I gotta say is the story kind of has went crazy recently. It has went crazy. Because now he's saying now that his cousins were the ones who were catfishing him. They were catfishing him. And the cousin had did it before. And several family members and several friends have come out about it. Now, have any of y'all watched the Catfish show? Because I've watched the Catfish show. And the show
it's a show?
It's a show. It was based off of the producer from the show was a guy who was basically, he was talking to a dating woman online. Who then turned into a movie. He was talking to a woman online for about 2-3 years, and he thought she looked another way, but come to find out she was a 40-year-old woman, and looks completely different. So basically, he was lied to.
For 4 years?
For about a while.
But somehow, at some point, don't you want to go see the person?
We'll see.
I mean, how much of a relationship?
And when it got to that point, that's when it came out with who she was. And I don't know if you guys already said this. So he decided to make a show of it, documenting real life people going through this issue where they're talking to people online, and it goes to a whole topic about online dating. That's a whole other issue because it talked about basically how he was basically duped and how he does different, each week he has different couple individual who has been talking to people online, they've never met, they've never seen them before, and basically when they do honestly set them meet and meet them, they find out the person's not who they thought they were.
Great,
fat. We all maybe already said that, but the boss was saying basically it's like a $40 service. You pay $40, and they said, well, maybe it's men. These were men talking. They're like, well, maybe not won't be too bad for men because you know how men are. They said it's probably cheaper to do that than have an actual girlfriend. So for them, they were like, well, maybe this is not a bad idea. I mean, but my whole thing with this is you are an athlete. And I don't know what athlete has to pay to have a girlfriend. So that's why as soon as this host whatever came out, I was like, this is a
I don't think he would have
big lie. Because you are, even from Sam Houston State University, that basically, the FC clique is what it was called, football clique. We all know, all of those dudes always have women, plenty of women. And so even the basketball, you know how that goes. Everybody knows how that goes as athletes go. I'm not saying the athletes, maybe they, every now and then you have one who's whatever, but for the most part, that's easily available to them, accessible to them.
So for that,
the Heisman Trophy thing. I think he was trying to help his Heisman Trophy run for that, his chances. And because Johnny Manziel had the young boy. Yeah, but Johnny Manziel had the young boy, because the whole time the dad was crying during the Heisman Trophy, presentation and all that. He cried the whole show. So, he took home this little boy, whatever, with cancer or something like that. So I'm thinking maybe come on, y'all, American Idol. People come on American Idol with one baby.
Everybody wants a story.
Everybody has a story. So I'm thinking that
he tried to make up one.
So
you believe he had something to do with it?
I think he had. Come on, y'all.
I don't know. I just think it's just so far-fetched. Why would you?
Yes.
It is more. Why is it our business? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why is it my business if this man has chosen to be with a visible woman?
I think what happened was
what happened was, who he started out, they
told on.
Went on ahead and snitched on him, and that's what happened.
But why do we?
He didn't want to come out like that. I think he didn't, because someone did. Somebody dug and found out. I mean, like, it was a lie. Somebody started about Layla, the cuckoo, it started Hawaii. Somebody went and searched and realized cuckoo wasn't a real cuckoo person. And that's what happened.
So that's all hot mess.
That's what happened. So Teo, brother man Teo.
So which one's the winner?
From Hawaii.
Teo.
You all hot mess. There we go. The whole week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, all of it. Get a light, Teo. Bam, because I know you're not doing it. Well, ladies.
Okay.
We've had an awesome time. I've had a wonderful time fishing with my girls. Please join us upcoming very soon for another hot show of Ladies
Southern Dish.
Thank you all. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Yes.
Come on. Get some more wine up in here.
Don't rain talk much.
Yeah. I mean, wine is in the freezer.
Okay.
The white wine, don't let her.
Okay. Oh, the nerves. Yeah, I know.
It's still on?
Mountaintop. The mountains. Holly Lookout. There was a battle fought. We're like 2,000 feet up in the air. Ooh, watch out, y'all. I'm recording it. Wow. We are this far up. Got friend. Hey, can you get a picture? Get a picture of me? Ooh. Great stuff from here to eternity. This is where it's shot from here to eternity? In the Pirates of the Caribbean? Huh? What move? Oh, there it is. I got it for you. You got it? Yeah.
We're in the southeast end of the island, and from here to Diamond Head, this is all farmland, even for the early Hawaiians.
Diamond Head Crater.
Yeah. You guys go down to Spirit Mountain? No.
It's a crater.